I want to begin at the beginning by saying a principle of unity and all new thought wisdom is that we are creators, or you might say that we're co-creators, because we're using the divine power within us, drawing upon the source itself, the unlimited, infinite supply that we have. And so through the principles, we co-create. And this is known as utilizing the law of attraction. And people started to really gain awareness over this term, law of attraction, probably in our lifetimes, the most during the movie The Secret. And I'm sure that most of you, if not all of you, have heard of this movie or have seen it and have seen it maybe multiple times. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. And I was thinking, it doesn't seem like that long ago, but it was in 2006. So that's 19 years ago, folks. Marking the time there, The Secret happened. But the ironic thing is that it's not a secret at all. The law of attraction and the concepts that it discusses are ancient. The core concept is rooted in the Bible. And the most effective verse is Matthew chapter 7, verse 7, ask and it is given. Or more fully, ask and it is given, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open to you. And that ask and it is given happens to be the book title of someone I'm going to talk about in a moment. So this powerful concept that helps us use the law of attraction is called the vortex. And that's also the name of the book by this same author that I'm going to talk about. The author is Esther Hicks, and many know her as Abraham Hicks because she is an Abraham channel. But whether you believe in channels or not, it doesn't matter. This messaging is so wonderful. She's still very active, very popular, millions and millions and millions of followers. It's easy to find her videos all over social media and YouTube, and you can see her. You can go on boat cruises with it. There's just so many people that are still attracted to the law of attraction. And I thought before I continue the rest of my talk, I wanted to play the video that I played the last time I talked about the law of attraction as kind of a recap. It never gets old to me. And so I'm going to share this YouTube video. I'm going to just play about 3 minutes of it, and it helps you get into this space.
Everything is always working out for me. 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 Things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. Everything is working out for me. Things are always working out for me. And since things are always working out for me, and since I know that things are always working out for me, then what other things would I like to define that I would like to be working out for me? Since things are always working out for me, then I want to begin to apply my attention toward the things that I would like to be working out for me. I want to define more clearly what things I want to be working out for me. What things? Not nebulous things, not general things. What specific things would I like to be working out for me? What evidence? What would really ring my bells? What kinds of things would really ring my bells? I would like to have a confidence about me so that when I'm moving through traffic, I feel guided about where to go. I'd like to have good timing. I would like to feel that I'm riding on a cloud or a magic carpet of momentum. I would like to feel the universal forces working with me. I would like to look into the world and have a sense of who I am. I would like to have a full sense of who I am. I would really like to be so integrated with the fullness of who I am that I'm accepting this world in the fullness of all that it is. So integrated with the fullness of who I am that I'm accepting this world in the fullness of all that it is. All that it is. All that it is. I would like to look into this world and I would like to appreciate the components that have been before, that have led to what is right now. I would like to live in a constant state of appreciation. I would like to be an uplifter. I would like anyone who comes into contact with me to benefit as a result of our being together. I would like to not feel bad when that doesn't happen. I would like to be in a place where I'm not at my best, where I'm not even close to my best, and not beat up on myself for not being at my best, because I know that, like the ocean, I have ebb and flow too. I would like to be completely accepting of myself and of everyone else. And I would like to trust in the law of attraction and the information that it gives to me. I would like to be completely accepting of myself and of everyone else.
That's all I'm going to share of that video, but that gives you a really good flavor of it, doesn't it? And it's, it's creating vibration, and that video with the music, it just creates that mood, and it really it gives you an example of what being in the vortex is like. And I'm going to talk about that right now. Esther Hicks, or Abraham Hicks, depending on how you define her, says that the vortex is the energy that creates worlds, and that you are the most powerful creator in your world. That makes sense, doesn't it? There's nothing that's more powerful outside of you creating your world for you besides you and the thoughts in your head. And so you're not this this passive speck of matter in this equation. So while we're here in this one body, in this one manifestation of our life, our goal, she posits, is to get into the vortex, because it's the energy, you're marrying the energy of the highest and best you, the highest and best version of you. And the vortex is based upon the fact that everything is at its core energy. Now, I found this quote, and it turns out this quote is often attributed to Albert Einstein, but it wasn't Albert Einstein who said it. We don't know who said it, but still, it doesn't take away from the truth of this statement. Listen to this. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want. You cannot help but get that reality. Match the frequency of the reality that you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. And I'll say Einstein did kind of say something about energy. If you study the special theory of relativity and E equals mc squared, it's basically the equivalence. It's saying that matter and energy are the same, are from the same thing. Matter and energy are transportable, interchangeable. They are from the same thing. So that further backs up that everything is energy. And Esther Hicks reminds us that we are more, she constantly says, you are more than just your physical body. You are more than just your physical body. I mean, you are, imagine this, all the light around you. You are more magical and more connected than all of any light that you stare at. More connected than the sun, more connected than the moon. You are the divinity of the universe itself. And you are in this manifestation of vibrational being. Because we're in duality, we express as highs and lows and many subtle variations of it. And because we are a vibrational being, we attract the things that we're a vibrational match to. You know, Robin plays the guitar there, and anybody who's played a musical instrument might be familiar with sympathetic vibration. And what that means is if I've got a guitar where I plunk C and there's another guitar sitting there, that C is going to vibrate. Or if I sing next to a piano and I sing the C in perfect pitch, that piano C is going to resonate. And also the overtones are going to resonate. So there is the same thing with tuning forks, right? So that's just one example of vibration attracting like vibration. So keep that in mind. And I'm also going to say, I'm going to share a slide real quick that will make this I'm going to drive this point home a little bit. Going back to what I talked about at the beginning, when we're creators, co-creation. This statement about co-creation I put together based upon what I know. So what begins as thought is energy. And first, let me just pause you there. What begins as thought is energy. When you think a thought, it cannot be thought without electrical signals working in your brain and then neurotransmitters happening in your brain. If you think about the most delicious tart lemon pie right now, just sinking your teeth into that, you may be salivating a little bit. That is a thought producing electricity, then producing a biological reaction, and then many complex things happen, and then your mouth waters. You have gone from thought to matter. That's just one small example, but there are so many more. You listen to a song, it changes your biochemistry, it changes your neurotransmitter mix, it changes your mood. So let me go back to this. What begins as thought is energy, vibrating at a certain frequency, and that attracts, it attracts other objects of that frequency, which results in you manifesting things, people, places, situation, finances, resources, ideas that are equivalent to your vibratory frequency. Okay, so I'm going to move off of that slide and say that so it all begins with thought. We're new thought, right? It all begins with thought. And that's one of the ways that we can get into the vortex. So the question is, how can we get into the vortex? And getting into the vortex is equivalent to using the law of attraction. It's equivalent to using the third principle, excuse me, of unity and a key principle of all new thought. So there are so many different ways we can do this, but what I decided to do was pick the 4 most important and essential practices. Actually, 3 of them are essential practices, I feel, around this area. And one of them is a new practice that I think is really powerful, and I can't wait to tell you about it. So I'm going to talk about 4 tools to get into the vortex. The first tool, pay attention to your feelings and choose thoughts that elevate them. Once again, note that our faith tradition is called New Thought. Change your thinking and change your life, okay? So this first tool is very much based upon that, and it uses thoughts and feelings. So I'm actually going to share another slide. And I've redone this. You might have seen a version of this before. On the left-hand side, this is low vibration. You're not in the vortex. Okay, now this is all conceptual. This is a concept that somebody made up, but it's an excellent framework, I think, for practicing this. So it starts out with, things that you're vibrating not too high. You're going from overwhelm to disappointment to doubt to worry to anger, hatred, jealousy, then into the feelings that are, you're not loving yourself. You're in shame, unworthiness, and even deeper into I don't matter, fear, non-existent. So this is going downhill energetically, okay? You're vibrating at a lower level. And the goal is to vibrate high and be on this side of this matrix, this side where we have this ladder that begins on the bottom with hope. And you may have heard me say many times, and that's the reason why hope is at the bottom here. There is always a reason to have hope. Similarly, I've asterisked the other word, which is gratitude. There is always something to be grateful for. Something to be grateful for, no matter what your condition, no matter what your circumstance, there's always something to be grateful for. So that's why these two are near the bottom, because they're kind of like, when you're rock climbing and you're feeling yourself go down, slip down the side of the mountain, and there is I don't know if you're a rock climber, you know what it is. There's a piton or whatever there is. There's a rock that you can hold onto. Or let's say there's an anchor, whatever you want to call it. There's something that you can use to lift yourself up, and hope and gratitude are those most powerful things that you can use to transfer from the left side to the right side. But then if you think about it, you can climb this ladder of emotion, climb this ladder of vibratory frequency into higher and higher levels. This is where you want to be. This is where everybody wants to be. The word happiness is not here, but you get it. It's implied in here. Passion, awe, love, joy, bliss, appreciation, gratitude. We all want to be here. We all want to resonate this way. We all want to experience this and be perceived this way. So the goal of this is to, if you're feeling a feeling that is on the left side, do not go to what is called spiritual bypassing. Do not have a strong feeling over here and just say, forget it, I'm putting on my best favorite song, or forget it, I'm going to do some affirmations that say I'm happy, right? That is what's called spiritual bypassing, because we're not honoring the feelings. It's called feel the feelings. Some people say feel the feels. Feel the feels. So psychologists and in my ministerial school, they kept on telling us, make sure that you are in your own life, when you experience these things on the left, you've got to feel the feelings and be with the feelings. And then after you feel and process and grieve those feelings, you can go to the right-hand side of this equation, which is your highest and best self. And so I'm going to stop sharing. And so I think that's a really helpful visual. I think Esther Hicks does it maybe a little bit differently, but I like the one that I learned. And this is unlearning the habit of being out of the vortex. The other day I was having I was worried about something, and it was something that wasn't that big of a deal, but I was worried about it, and I was ruminating about it, and I was thinking, with curiosity, it began with the feeling of worrying. And then I said, what thought is producing that worrying? It's a thought, I've got to do this. And what if I can't do this? And then I thought to myself, if I approach this thought with curiosity, why do I think this way? Why do I have these thoughts that are putting me in a lower vibrational state? I'm curious about those. When you look at those feelings with curiosity, they tend to lose their power. And sometimes if you just wait and you notice those thoughts and say, hello, thought, I see you. You have no power over me. Those thoughts will pass. And then you can move yourself onto higher stages. But if you want to stay there's plenty of people that spend their entire lives over on that left side of the matrix. If you're chronically complaining, you will draw more things to you that you can complain about. If you're, there's this thing they call people haters. Do you know a hater? They actually like to hate. But if you're hating, and hating and hating and blaming and hating, you're going to find more things to hate and blame. It's just attraction. If you're thinking about, oh gosh, I'm never going to have enough, I'm never going to have enough finances to do this, you might as well say amen, because you are working on the spiritual work of not enoughness, lack, and limitation. So the goal is to notice with curiosity and unlearn the habit of having these thoughts that keep you stuck and outside of the matrix, which is your own highest self. It's your own highest self. So again, feel the feelings and choose thoughts that elevate you out of them. The next tool, these are shorter. The next tool is getting into the vortex by asking the universe what you want. This is ask and it is given, okay? And by setting clear intentions, by asking the universe what you want, you are saying the sacred yes to what you want, and you are saying a sacred no to what you don't want, to what is incompatible with your vision. So this requires you knowing what you're wanting. And I would say, don't make it what someone else wants. Don't make it what society wants. Make it what your heart wants. You know, at this age, we all we have a heart that's fairly developed, and it has some wants that are waiting to express. What does your heart want? And so Abraham Hicks would say, with every thought and intention, you are sending out rockets of desire into the vibratory field. Okay, this kind of goes back to, you know, unity often says this is a world of infinite potential and unlimited possibilities. That's the vibratory field, and that's source energy. And with every thought and intention, you are tapping into this world. Myrtle Fillmore said, the universe is crammed full of health. You know, Jesus spoke of the world being, well, he didn't say the world is crammed full of abundance, but he says, I'm here so that they have life and have it more abundantly. There's an abundance of everything. All of those God qualities that Robin was talking about, love, peace, joy, harmony, finances, all of those things are here for us to ask for, and they are our supply. So I'll summarize again by ask the universe what you want with clarity. Identify and find out what you want with clarity. 2 more tools. These get shorter as they go along. The third tool is, now I want you to just for a second think about something that you want. Just one thing that you want. And now imagine it from the standpoint of already having it. Imagine it from the standpoint of already having it. And perhaps close your eyes and see yourself in this situation. You're daydreaming now. You're daydreaming. You could be daydreaming about world peace. You could be daydreaming about harmony. You could be daydreaming about whatever makes your soul sing. But that's what when you're daydreaming, your soul is singing. You're vibrating higher. You're vibrating higher. And as I said 2 years ago when I gave this talk, if you don't have time to daydream, just take a snapshot of yourself doing, or actually take a snapshot of yourself just after you achieved what you wanted to achieve. Take a snapshot of yourself. What is that thing that you want? You've got it now. And take a snapshot of yourself. What do you look like? What does your energy look like? What is the feeling tone of that snapshot of yourself, having achieved more than you thought you could do, having healed more than you thought you could heal, having grown into the highest and best beyond the guru that you thought you were already. So what does that snapshot look like? And you'll notice that when you start to do these things, and these are great to do in the morning or in the evening, that the universe will respond with people, resources, money, relationships, friendships, phone calls, emails, The universe will respond. So the final tool is affirmations. And I'm going to take a little different tact on this than I have before. First of all, there are, if you listen to a lot of Esther Hicks and Law of Attraction, there's this type of affirmation. I want you to repeat after me because everybody's muted. These all have the same style to them. So, wouldn't it be nice if I had the best day ever? And repeat after me. Wouldn't it be nice if every interaction was filled with love and understanding? And wouldn't it be nice if the perfect opportunity came my way today? Okay, so these are not true affirmations. These are statements of opening the door, if you will. These are statements of, universe, I am receptive to what you've got for me. I'm receptive to the blessing. Okay. So next are more of the classic, there's a few classic affirmations in here, but there's also a couple of non-classic ones. And these are in the realm of truth statements. When Charles Fillmore healed himself, when he healed his leg, he did so by mystically identifying that he needed to say truth statements. He needed to identify these truth statements and repeat them over and over again, even if he didn't believe them. He needed to repeat them over and over again until he internalized them and until he believed them. So I want you to repeat after me. This first one is from Esther Hicks. Everything is always working out for me. And say again, everything is always working out for me. And next, I am stronger today than yesterday. I am healed in this moment. I am a magnet for prosperity. Grace is following me every step of the way. Okay, so now I close with, these are the new ones. These are so cool. And there's a institute, there's a group called Mind Valley, and you may have heard of them. It's I believe it's Vishen Lakhiani. Okay, look up Mind Valley. And Mind Valley has Michael Beckwith as a frequent guest, and he's kind of internalized and taken some of these ideas of affirmations to the next level. And he said, speak affirmations that make your mind convinced that it is already done. Okay. And I'm going to give you an example, and I want you to repeat after me. Let's try this one on for size. It's amazing how strong I'm becoming. What will I do with my newfound strength? It's good to be strong. I'm so grateful for my strength. Okay, let's try on another one in this same realm. You ready? So it's amazing how much healing is happening right now in my body. And what will I do with my newfound healing? It's good to be healed. I'm so grateful for my new wholeness. Let's try one more. This gets at it a little bit differently. It uses the same structure, but let's try this. It's amazing how prosperous I'm becoming. What will I do with my newfound prosperity? I'm going to go a little further. It's good to be wealthy. I always have enough. It's amazing that I have enough all the time. I'm so grateful that I'm never lacking for anything. So those are my 4 tools for getting into the vortex and experiencing the law of attraction and exercising the third principle of unity. And I'm going to close with a prayer. So I'm grateful that everything is working out for me. I know that everything is working out for me in this very moment. And today, my dominant intent is to see beyond mere conditions in my life and become a vibrational match for what I want to draw into my life. The universe is drawing to me all cooperative relationships, all cooperative friends, finances, people, emails, phone calls. The universe is drawing to me blessings of abundance, all because of my vibration. And so I let these vibrations and this intention go into the principle of the law of attraction, where I know it is mine, where I know it is done, where I know I am saying the sacred yes every single day when I wake up. I'm saying the sacred yes through my actions, thoughts, words, and intentions every single hour. I am saying the sacred yes with my actions, with my emotional tone, with my feeling tone. I'm in the vortex of my highest and best self, and I'm dedicated to this work. For this, I'm so grateful. And so it is.
Suspend all disbelief and just dream. And you might be surprised what you will see, 'cause anything is possible, yes. Everything's right here. Anything is possible, oh, it's perfect and it's clear. You hold your destiny in your hand. It's time you realize and take a stand, 'cause anything is possible, yes. Everything's right here. Anything is possible. It's perfect and it's clear. If you just believe, if you just believe, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So hold a vision in your heart, 'cause there's no better place for you to start. Anything is possible, yes. Everything's right here. Anything is possible. It's perfect and it's clear. If you just believe, if you just believe, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Oh. Share your passion, even through the darkest night. Oh, 'cause anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. If you just believe, if you just believe, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. If you just believe, pray and receive. Today I saw the sun. I stood out in the rain and watched the eagle fly again. I heard a baby cry and walked right through a storm and felt the wind upon my face. And all the while I could not help but see the life that lives and breathes in you and me. And I am peaceful, yes, and I'm grateful, Lord, and I'm thankful, oh Lord. Yes, I am, and I'm hopeful, yes. And I'm thankful, oh, I am. I hugged an old oak tree, the earth beneath my feet, and felt a shooting star above. I looked into your eyes and touched an open heart and fell into a whole lot of love. And all the while I could not help but see the life that lives and breathes in you and me. And I'm peaceful, yes, and I'm grateful, and I'm thankful. Yes, I am, and I'm hopeful, yes, and I'm so full, and I'm thankful, oh, I am so peaceful, yes, I'm grateful, and I'm thankful, oh Lord, yes, I am. so thankful.